Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from empoweredcreator.com, and I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my primary goal is to simplify everything. So if that sounds good to you guys, and if you like the content, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and just stick around. With all that said, let's get into today's video. Today, we're going to talk about doubt. What do I do and what happens if I'm doubting my manifestation? If I'm doubting that my desire is going to manifest in my 3D reality? What do I do when my mind is starting to bombard me with all those doubts and all those questions and all those reasons even why it cannot happen for me? How do I deal with it? So let's get into it. First of all, let me say one thing, and let's make that thing very clear, because a lot of coaches don't make it very clear. Doubt is a very, very, very normal and expected part of the human mind and the human psyche. Whether we like it or not, doubt and having doubts is normal. So there is a part of our mind that is actually designed to solve problems, to doubt things, to question everything, to overanalyze even, to overthink even. And the reason for all that is that in its rationale, in the rationale of that part of our mind, it is protecting us. Ultimately, because that's part of our rational, analytical ego mind, if you like, ultimately, it feels like it's protecting us from death, essentially. But if it's not death, it feels that it's protecting us from something very bad happening to us, like something very hurtful, something very painful. So its job is to actually prevent us from even going there, from even going into something unknown. If that part of the mind is not able to perceive what we desire right now with our five senses, it's going to question it, it's going to doubt it, it's going to tell us it's not real. It's going to give us a million reasons why it's not happening and it cannot happen, why it's not possible. And essentially, its job is to doubt everything so that it can hold us back, so that we don't even go where we want to go. Because for that part of our mind, we are going into some unknown danger zone and we're getting ourselves into danger, into risk. We're going to be hurt. We might even die for all it knows. So it's in its interest to actually keep us from going there. So what happens with that part of the mind then? That part of the mind is designed and it's supposed to always doubt. And the thing with it is, no matter how many coaches you watch on YouTube, no matter how many books you read on manifesting, no matter how many, coaching sessions you have with coaches, no matter how many answers you get, no matter how many explanations, that part of your mind is always going to have some doubt. Now, sometimes it's going to be barely audible. Maybe when you're in a very good state, you won't hear the doubts. You won't think about the doubts. Other times, it's going to be very loud and very, very persistent in telling you why things cannot happen for you the way you want them to. Essentially, there is that part of your mind that's never going to be satisfied, no matter what. No matter what you feed it with, no matter how many answers, explanations, coaching sessions, YouTube videos, books, lectures online, whatever, it's not going to be satisfied. So what then do we do with that? Well, it's actually quite simple. We accept it. We accept that it's a part of our human nature. We accept that it's there. We accept that it does what it does for the reasons that it does. And guess what? Because we're not our analytical mind, because we're not our ego mind, we're much higher than that, we have a choice to leave it aside. Yes, we accept it. Yes, it can be there. We're not going to battle it. We're not going to go into war with it. We'll accept it. We'll let it be there. But we won't pay attention. Why? Because there's another part of us, and by the way, we're all one with all these parts. These are all parts of ourselves. There's another part that is much higher than the rational, analytical ego mind. And that part is our higher self that is directly linked to the quantum field and to the fourth dimension. And that's the part of ourselves where desires come from. That is the part of us that already knows that what we desire is already ours. That's the part of us that has already experienced our desire in the fourth dimension, in the quantum field, and it's nudging us to actually go there, to actually go into the unknown, because we're meant to have that desire. We are meant to experience it. We are meant to see it with our five senses in our 3D reality. So that's the part of us that not only believes that we can do it, not only believes that anything is possible, it actually knows it. And that's our higher wisdom. That's our higher self. That is the part of us that feels empowered and strong and omnipotent. And that's the part of us that is encouraging us to actually live and create the life of our dreams, because it knows we can have it. It knows it's possible. And it's pushing us towards that direction. And it makes us feel good when we think about it. It's the part of us that dares imagine what we most want. So that is the part of us that's also always going to be there. And sometimes we hear it more, and sometimes we hear it less, but it's always there, make no mistake. And that's the part of us we're going to focus on. That's the part of us we're going to pay attention to. And that's the part of us that we're going to focus our energy on. Not the part of us that's always going to be doubting and always going to have questions and reasons why things cannot happen and blah, blah, blah. That can be there, but we're going to be redirecting our attention to that other part of us. That's the all-knowing. That's the wise part of us. That's the part that already believes and already knows that our desire is ours, as long as we focus our energy and our attention on it. So that's one of the ways, it's one of the best ways in my opinion, to solve the issue, let's say, of ongoing doubts about your manifestation. You accept that part of yourself, that part of your mind that is doubting, you let it be, push it to the side, and redirect your attention to the other part of yourself that actually knows that your desire is yours. And with all that, I'm going to wrap up this video for today. I intend that this helped you in some way. I very much thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, have a good day. Bye-bye.